Okay guys, here's my sump in the basement. A lot going on here, so again, this is I planned this out. Been planning this out for the past I don't know 6-8 months. Um, so we'll kind of start from one end to the other and kind of talk about what's happening where. So yeah, so obviously this is my utility sink. This black pipe right here, that's actually where the drain comes from, that where I can do my water changes. I just put it right down the sink. Okay. RODI, this is a 5-stage, 4-stage I guess, with extra membrane. I have it upgraded to a 150 gallon per day. So it works pretty good. I'm getting the flow, that I'm getting the gallons that I need for sure. So this RODI, it actually puts my dirty water into my sink down the drain, and then it also just takes it right up and over into my first 50-gallon bucket. I think it's a 55 actually. So it takes it all the way to the top, and I have obviously some valves that close it off. So this is actually fresh ROD water. And this is where I can actually make my salt water right here. My DC Jabo pump, the DCT 12,000 is in here. And that's actually what pumps water up into the display tank after I do my water changes. So there's my holding water. And then just take a look. Coming down, my 2 drains into my baffles. I am using some media right now, just some filter floss to kind of clear up the water, even though since I just did it today. Had some Kato flowing in here right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep the pump in here or not. I have it tumbling right now. I've heard pros and cons about keeping it tumbling. If anybody has any suggestions, I'd greatly appreciate it. And then I'm running it off of this 200 watt UFO LED light. It's a grow light. So heard great reviews on YouTube about that one, so we're gonna see how that one actually does. And then moving over here, I have 2 marine pier blocks and some rubble from some live rock from my old display tank. Coming over. Oh, by the way, this is actually a 55 gallon. Holding this first chamber, and then it comes over into this 20 long breeder. Second chamber with some heaters, and then my skimmer. This is the Reef Octopus Sro 3000 internal. Yeah, this is a beast. This has actually been rated, I think, over 300 gallons for a light bio load. And like right around 200 for a heavy bio load. It's already starting to skimmate for sure. It's still breaking in, obviously. I do have an airline going in. I think this is a quarter. No, this is a 5/8 I think line. I'm in the basement, so I need some more air coming down here. So I have it hooked up to my skimmer, and it goes outside. So looking pretty good. Still need to tune it up a little bit, but we're getting there. And then it actually comes down all the way down here to this 20 tall. This is my chambers for my heaters and my 2 pumps. I have a DCP Jabo 18,000, and this thing is a workhorse. I mean, I've loved the Jabo products. I mean, I know people think they're knockoffs and everything, and I've never had a problem with them. I keep them cleaned. Same thing with my pumps upstairs. I keep them cleaned. I do it on a quarterly basis, and I make sure everything is running properly. My storage chamber for my auto top-off, that actually is auto-fed from gravity from my barrel up here. So gravity fed in here, and I do have a float switch in here. I don't know if we can see it, but there is a float switch in there. And then I also have a pump in there that actually pumps it, and I am using the auto top off right here. JBJ out on top of. I also have my dosing, alkalinity, calc, and magnesium. I haven't started dosing yet since I just got the tank up and running today. I'm going to be doing some testing tomorrow. Trying to get everything back in line, make sure everything's good to go. So yeah. And then my 2 media reactors. I have carbon going right now, just kind of make sure everything's clean properly and ready to go. And then this field media reactor, I'll probably, we'll see how this Kato works. Controlling my nitrates, but we'll see how my phosphates do in this big tank. Didn't really have a huge issue with phosphates or nitrates in my 125. But again, I'm just ready for the worst, I guess. I want to make sure everything's plumbed, ready to go off my manifold. So I have 4 manifolds and extra if I need it. But I do have my GFO, carbon, and I'm also running a UV sterilizer. This UV sterilizer is also a JBO. It's a 55 watt. Have not heard a whole lot of reviews on this. Looking for some reviews. If anybody has this, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, I know there's also mixed opinions on UV sterilizers and everything, but I'm gonna give it a shot. This is my first one. I don't foresee that I'll be using carbon with this. Again, I'm just using the carbon just to kind of clear things up, make sure everything is starting off proper on day 1 today. So yeah, the 55 watt right there. And then this is going to be my control panel, obviously. I am running the 2 pumps. For one is controlling my manifold, and one is just solely for my returns. I am running this DCP 8000 on 8. I think it's 70. I don't know if you can see. It's actually running by watts right now, but yeah, 89 watts at 6970. So it's not even at full speed. I'm running 3 heaters. The 3 heaters I'm running, I'm using 3 300 watt heaters, and I think it's going to be okay. Temperature in the basement hasn't gotten too bad this winter, but I think the lowest I've seen it down here in this unfinished basement is around 50 degrees. So we're looking pretty good right now at 66. I'm still trying to get the temperature up, obviously, in the tank from things going from a change. So yeah, work area. So yeah, guys, there's the basement sump. I mean, obviously there's going to be some more updates to come. Just wanted to kind of give the first tour and of the display in the sump, and kind of share what I've done. If anybody has any suggestions or comments on what I've done, obviously this is a sharing hobby, so I want to make sure that I'm getting my display tank where it needs to be, obviously. So, but again, thanks guys, and we'll talk to you later.